everyone and welcome to the Captain's Video Vlog. We are Sunday, April the 3rd, 2016. Tonight it's WrestleMania and it better be fucking good because right now it doesn't look like it. Maybe it kinda looks like it. It looks a lot like it, but I'm fucking... I want to punch someone in the face. So, after 2 weeks... 2 weeks ago was the terrible match against Rennes, losing 5-2 at home with 3 goals in the first 15 minutes. Haha, that was fun. Marseille's lost 2-1 against Bastia, which is, it was some kind of pivotal match for the rest of the season. We are at the 32nd match day, and right now this is a crisis so deep that what I said would be good, would be a welcome shock. I said it really early in the season. Relegation, that should happen. They don't deserve, with the way they play, to remain in the top flight. Obviously, that's gonna throw every plan for a reprisal, for a buyout. Is that the word of the club? It's going to go in the trash because obviously no one with a modicum of money, like 100 million euros, is going to buy a club that's falling to the second division, and I would understand that. And that means that it's gonna have to the ones who are in control of the club right now are going to have to put some money, because unlike in the 90s, the town cannot afford to buy the club and manage it, unless you sell every fucking player and everyone who works for the club, and basically go from the youth system, which would be a good thing, incidentally. It can be worse than it is today. The players are apathetic. The only goal that was scored was on, pretty much the special move of the player who scored, Batshuayi. He got the ball when he was back to the goal. He turned and he netted it, and that's pretty much it. But yeah, really, something should be done. At this point, it's pretty much necessary. You can't have a team with so many talented players, because I'm not saying that the players are all shit. Maybe the one who got a red card was pretty shit. Even then, what do I care? He was a player with, whose role was to go at the attack. So losing him wasn't going to cost the team a third goal. But yeah, there are players with a lot of talent. I know that. They know that. Every fucking one knows that. And yet, we're losing against Bastia. And worse even, before the start of the game, they had one more point than us. The team is actually doing among its worst seasons ever, in terms of points, with 15 draws, and I think 8 wins and 9 losses. I think that adds up. 8 and 9 makes 14. Nah, 8 and 9 doesn't make 14. It makes 17. 17 and 15, 32. Yeah, that adds up. With 17 matches that aren't draws, and most of them by a little bit, most of them being losses, and at this point we cannot even catch the lowest amount of victories ever done by the team because well, there only remains 6 matches, and 6 plus 8 is 14. So that's the lowest amount of victories, and that's if the team wins every game until the end of the season, which is not something that might happen because next week playing Bordeaux at home, the following week Monaco at Monaco. The final game is against Troyes at Troyes. They're already they're already relegated, but I mean that has got to remove some shackles to them because they were playing to save themselves. At this point, they're going to play basically. What can I say? I'm pissed. There's really nothing that could help. I know that it's pretty much everyone has their role in this whole fuck up. First, there's the majority shareholder who doesn't want to put in some money because she doesn't like football, and then there's her lawyer who's not part of the club hierarchy, mind you, and yet has some decisional power. Like apparently he's the main responsible for Bielsa's quitting at the beginning of the season, while there was a deal struck for his contract. So yeah, then there's the president who does fuck all. Like, right now he says, yeah, it's been so many years since I said we're gonna have to. We are we like money, and at the beginning of the season, after routing Troyes, he said, yeah, we're gonna have a lot of fun with the team. Yeah, right. Fun fact: Bastia was the last team against whom Marseille won at home. Ha ha! That's a throwback. It was in September, 6 months ago. Like, since the last win, there's been 2 seasons, autumn and winter. And during those 2 seasons, not a single home game won. Amazing, isn't it? And right now they're not even able to win away games. So, yeah. Here's the dog. Look at the dog. So yeah, with that said, I mean, technically the match, on a technical standpoint, the match wasn't. The match wasn't good, but there were some players who finally showed something good. Like the wing players, they were pretty good. They won, face-offs, and that's a long time since that happened, and gave some hope despite the fact that the first period was fucking bland. So obviously, right now, I just hope that WrestleMania can get me hype. Like, maybe something will happen with Roman Reigns, because if nothing happens with Roman Reigns, I'm gonna be pissed. I want to like Roman Reigns. I liked him a lot when he was this silent, but deadly force in the Shield. And then they put a micro in his hand, they pushed him to the moon with that face turn, and they don't want to turn him heel for some reason. I don't know. Like, the one match that I've got some interest, well, not really the one match, but a match in which I have a lot of interest is Brock Lesnar versus Dean Ambrose, the no holds barred street fight, which is a dumb name because a street fight in itself is already no holds barred. Does that mean that he can win by pinning Brock outside the ring? I don't know. And there's the ladder match for the Intercontinental Championship, also the triple threat for the Divas Championship, which apparently is going to be renamed tomorrow because the WWE apparently has decided to drop the name Divas, which is a good decision. You know, like they don't use the word divas in NXT. Why should they use it in the main roster? It's a word that connotes a wrong image, I think, for women's wrestling, especially nowadays with the match having Sasha Banks. I didn't remember her name for a second. Becky Lynch and Charlotte. Charlotte is probably technically the weakest of the three, but it's gonna be hype as fuck, and I am excited, like really. Then there's the other match for the Intercontinental Championship. My chips, for some reason, my chips are on Zack Ryder, who's been coming in very hot in this match. And I mean, if his build-up should be interpreted as anything like the build-up for Chris Jericho before the Royal Rumble. Remember, Jericho said, I'm gonna win. He looked very strong, and then he was one of the guys who lasted the most. And Zack Ryder has been built like a true player in this rivalry, in this feud, despite the fact that like they're putting the title on him to do what exactly? Like, I don't know. There have been reports of Cesaro maybe coming back. I can't believe that I'm saying that, but I'm actually excited to hear that maybe John Cena has been cleared. You know, like John Cena being cleared right now is one of the best things to happen to the WWE. The other best things include Seth Rollins coming back, Randy Orton coming back, Cesaro obviously. But yeah, right now I don't know. So there's just hope and maybe a little bit of despair because oh man, NXT TakeOver Dallas was so good, and they're not going to be able to top that. Also, Sting has apparently officially announced he retired, which is very much so the opposite of what he said until then. You know, oh, I'm not retiring. You know, I'm not retiring until I have a match against the Undertaker. Yeah, right. So you do your Hall of Fame speech. Oh, I actually retired. Sorry. Goodbye. So yeah. Anyway, thanks for watching. Sorry to if I sound a bit winded and a bit angry, because I am angry, and when I'm angry and if I decide to talk, I'm gonna rant and be winded because I've got asthma. So yeah. See you tomorrow. Goodbye.